As a now lawyer who failed 8 classes when I was a law student, there are 4 things that I wish someone would have told me when I was a law student who was feeling so discouraged, so stressed out, and overwhelmed with how my future would look like because of my 8 failed classes. Because failures can feel like it's final. That doesn't have to be the reality. That's why I'm telling you these things. By the way, if you're new here, I'm a lawyer from Melbourne. I share things from how I bounced back from 8 failed classes to becoming a lawyer, lawyer life, and everything in between. If that's your thing, all about being transparent about the law school journey. The bonus first thing that's not on this list is that if you do really truly want to become a lawyer, you have the opportunity to keep going and just keep going until you make it to the end. Then do it, because giving up will not speed up the process. Of course, getting the law degree is one thing. It's another thing to get out in the real world with the baggage of failed classes. But something that I learned that I wish I knew, that someone told me, is not having perfect grades actually becomes irrelevant the further you are in your career. Actually, it can become irrelevant the moment you get your law firm job and you kickstart your career. Because here's the thing, and I will always die on this hill, your grades aren't the only thing that determines how good of a lawyer you'll be. The skills that you need as a lawyer, communication skills, even being able to draft up legal documents. If, depending on the area of law that you do, you may need to appear in hearings, appear in court, do mediations, negotiations. Those don't come from university. You don't get better at it through university. You get better at it the more you do it when you actually get a job in a law firm. That's what I mean, that your grades actually become irrelevant by the time you land your law firm role. How you go in your career depends how you do in your job. And speaking of which, I already really mentioned it, but you grow professionally in your career through the experience that you build, skills that you practice over the grades that you get in law school. Something that also I wish was acknowledged a lot more is that law is a challenging degree. I don't know how it was, but a lot of people, many of the peers around me were getting HDs and Ds as their HDs and distinctions as their average. So even when I just got a pass and a credit, like, I was beating myself up, like, how can I not be in that grade range? Not a lot of people will agree on this perspective, but you've gotta give yourself credit with the fact that law is already a challenging degree in itself. It's actually pretty normal for law students to struggle in that degree to just barely pass a unit. I'm not saying you don't have to strive for high distinctions or distinctions. I am saying is that if you don't get high distinctions or distinctions, that's still okay. You don't need to beat yourself up over it. Because again, it brings me back to the first one. Your grades end up becoming irrelevant. You are actually in your career.